Hi, friends. Let's stay tuned with the second part of the story. That's the Rat Trap, which is penned down by, which is written by the author Selma Ledgerhoff. So let me explain you the events or the incidents or the happenings in the story. So already we have completed the first part. Now let's log on to the second part. So kindly pay attention and do listen the further events in the story. Unlike the blacksmiths, the iron master at once noticed the peddler who was sitting so close to the furnace that the steam was coming out of his torn clothes. He not only went near him but also removed the wondrous hat that was bent to one side so that he could see the man's face clearly. When the ironmaster took off the peddler's hat, he mistook him as an old acquaintance, Niels Orloff. The peddler didn't know him, nor had he seen this man before, but he thought that if this man mistook him as his old companion and gave him some money out of pity, then it would be a good thing. Therefore, he didn't let him know that he had mistaken him as a Nils Orlov. So the peddler started a conversation with the iron master by saying that the things didn't went well with him. To this, the iron master replied that he had made a big mistake by leaving the regiment. He also added that if he would have been working in the regiment when he resigned, he would have let him do so. Later on, he invited him to his home. The rat trap seller didn't find it to be a good idea to visit the iron master's place. He was frightened with the idea of visiting to the large house of an old soldier, which according to him was not safe. After all, he had the stolen money with him. He didn't want to put himself in danger. His intentions were to sleep in the forge and then go away from there without even being noticed. Comrade means a fellow soldier. Alarm means a frighten. And a manor house means a large country house. So then the iron master was aware of his friend's miserable condition. So he tried to make him comfortable by saying that he should feel free to come his home as his home was an ordinary one. He told him that his wife was no more and added that he must be aware of this. Then he let him know that both his sons were settled abroad. Only he and his daughter were left at home. He invited him to celebrate Christmas with his family so that he and his daughter may have some good company, some may have good time at the Christmas feast at his residence, at his home. Then, though the ironmaster made many attempts, many requests to invite him, the peddler didn't accept his invitation. So at last he says to the blacksmith, suggest him that it seemed that Captain Owen Stalig, peddler, means a peddler, wanted to stay with him in the forge. Then he laughed and went away. But the blacksmith knew that he was hiding something. Blacksmith was aware that the peddler was hiding something. So he was aware that after a gap of a half an hour, the ironmaster sent his daughter. He hoped that his daughter may bring his friend home as he believed that she was better in in persuading others. So, valet means a personal attendant, valet, modest, humble, okay, more humble. And apprentice means a learner. The ironmaster's daughter entered the mill with her attendant, who was carrying a big fur coat. She was a humble girl who was very shy. When she entered, everyone was busy the same way as they had been earlier. The blacksmith was still sitting on the bench with his trainees and was working on the iron. She went up to the peddler and lifted his hat. The peddler slept with one eye open. As soon as he saw her, he got shocked and jumped up. She introduced herself as Idla Wilmanson and was sorry to hear about the hard times that he was facing. She explained to him that she had come to take him home with her father's permission. Edla had sympathy for the peddler, but then she noticed that the reason behind her fear could be that either he had committed a robbery or a jailbreak. So she had that he was free to leave their house at any time, but she wanted him to stay with the family just for Christmas Eve. She noticed that the reason behind his fear, his frighten, could be that either he had committed a robbery or a jailbreak. So she was aware that he might be a wrong person. Still, she said that he was too free to leave their house at any time, but she wanted him to stay with the family just for the Christmas Eve. Idla was talking to Peddler in a very nice way, in a very nice manner, which made him believe her, and he got ready to go with her. So Idla was speaking with a lot of respect, with in a very nice way. So that made him believe her, and then at last he got ready to go to their home, their house, and so it was a little surprising to her. The peddler wore a fur coat offered by the valet assistant and started following the lady. He didn't even bother to notice other people in the room. On the way to the house, the peddler felt that as he had committed a crime, he would be punished for it. So it was quite astonishing and foreboding, means foretelling, foreboding, and he started cursing himself that if he had not stolen the money, he would not have got trapped like this. The money was a bait which had led him into a trap. So he was thinking inwardly, he was thinking about his crime. He started cursing himself that he had not stolen the money, that why he had stolen the money. He would not have got trapped like this. So he was thinking over that uh, a very wrong act by himself, by him, and so he was repenting over his wrong act which he had done by stealing Kofta's money from his pouch. So the next day was a Christmas Eve. Both the ironmaster and his daughter were at the dining table. The ironmaster said to his daughter that they had to do something good for the peddler and should try to find some better job for him. So, flesh on his bones means here it means that sailor should eat a good food to gain some flesh on his body, flesh on his bone. Okay, the meaning of flesh on his bone means here we can consider as a here we can take that a sailor should eat a good food to gain some flesh on his body. Then afterwards, the ironmaster's daughter said that it was strange to see that a peddler had been in such a hard times and was doubtful whether the man had been educated. Hearing this, the ironmaster clarified that it was due to his bad condition. He also added that the man would behave differently after getting clean and dressed up. So very nice dress was provided to him for the function, for the Christmas celebrations. And so it was very nice. Starch collar, so whole shoes. While both father and daughter were discussing about the peddler entered the room with the valet. He was looking clean as he had bath, and his hair had been cut by the valet. He was wearing the ironmaster's clothes and shoes, a shirt with a starch collar, and shoes which covered the entire feet. Means starch collar means a starch is a stuff that make your shirt collar look crisp and fresh. And whole shoes means proper fitted shoes. The ironmaster seemed very angry to see his well groomed guest, as now he could make out his appearance well and realized that he was not his comrade. He understood that he mistook some stranger as his old friend. And there, at that moment, the ironmaster understood that he had done mistake. Actually, he was not his comrade, he was not his friend, old friend, companion, he was not his companion. So he understood that he mistook some stranger as his old friend. He screamed at him and asked him to explain. The peddler knew that the ironmaster could make out that he was not his old friend. As he already knew this, he was ready for the consequences and felt that the luxurious treatment was about to end. So groomed means ready, and then puckered means wrinkle on the face. Dissimulate means pretend, to pretend. Splendor means luxury, and thundered means make a loud noise, lot of sound, lot of noise. The peddler tried to explain that he should not be blamed. So peddler was trying to explain his side, and he should not be blamed for the situation. He said that he was just begging for a stay in the forge. So he explained his side that he was begging to stay just for one night in the forge. He also said that he had not harmed anyone and was ready to wear his rags again. To this, the ironmaster hesitated and said that a peddler had not been quite honest, and so he wanted to call the sheriff. Then ironmaster, okay, told that he was not a good person. He might have done any wrong thing, and that's why he wanted to call sheriff. He wanted to call police. He wanted to call security people. So here he warned, ironmaster warned to the peddler that he should get punishment. The rat trap seller gets so enraged upon hearing about the sheriff. When he listened, police, security, or sheriff, that he gets so enraged that he struck the table very hard with his fist. And due to over rage, due to this, okay, after listening, sheriff or police, security. So he struck the table with hard, with his fist, with his hand. He said that this world is a rat trap, and all the good things are a bet, just like the rinds of the cheese and the small pieces of a pork are a bet for the rat, which are offered to trap it. So here he said that this world is a rat trap, and all the good things are a bait, just attractions, just like rings of a cheese and the small pieces of pork are just okay, outward appearance or outer attractions for the rat, which are offered to trap it inside. Not only this, he also pointed out that the ironmaster that he may today be imprisoned by the sheriff, but one day the ironmaster will also get trapped like this. So not only this, he pointed out to the ironmaster, but he told that he may today be imprisoned by the police, by the sheriff, but one day Iron Master also will get trapped like this. The Iron Master didn't like the peddler's words and decided not to call the sheriff. He asked peddler to leave at once. When Iron Master listened, peddler's words, very harsh words, rash words, he didn't like those peddler's words and decided not to call police, sheriff. He asked the peddler to leave his house, to leave that room at once, immediately. The ironmaster's daughter, Illa Wilmanson, stopped the peddler. She wanted to help the poor fellow. Since morning, she was planning how she could make the peddler day happy on the occasion of Christmas. Therefore, she went against her father's will and stopped him by closing the door. She tried to explain the difficulties faced by the peddler. She said that he didn't have any house. She said that he didn't have any house. He was a turn out from wherever he went, and he always kept on running in order to safeguard himself from being arrested. She said that she wanted him to enjoy Christmas with a peace as they had promised him. They should not send away a man on Christmas, a man whom they had promised happiness on the day. The Iron Master was not able to find an answer to go against his daughter. So Iron Master was not able to find an answer to go against her, against his daughter. And the only thing he could say to his daughter was that she was trying good by convincing others better than the priest at the church. But he also warned her that hopefully her decision would not bring any adverse effect on them. So he warned her that hopefully her decision would not bring any adverse effect on them. He should not do any wrong, any harm to them. So the girl took the peddler to the table and offered him a very good food. She saw that her father had conceded to her wish. And when she saw towards her father, so she found that her father had consented to her wish. The peddler didn't say any word and started having the food, though he was doubtful about her intentions and was wondering why she stopped him. So he was thinking why she had stopped him. The peddler went to sleep after having food. He did not cause harm to anyone and lay down on the sofa in the guest house. He was once woken up in the afternoon, but after having his lunch, he again went to sleep. It was like as he had never got the chance to sleep so peacefully as he had got at this place. In the evening, the family woke him as they had to light up the Christmas tree. He stood there blinking as if he was getting hurt by the bright light of the candles. He again went to sleep. Finally, they called him again for the dinner of Christmas fish and porridge. After the dinner was over, the peddler thanked everyone present. The ironmaster's daughter said that the clothes which were given to him were a Christmas present, a Christmas gift from her father, so he could carry them with him. She even invited the peddler to be with her family on the next Christmas Eve and promised that nothing bad would happen to him. The peddler did not have an answer for this and stared at the girl with wonder. Next day, both Ironmaster and his daughter went for the Christmas service early in the morning. They didn't disturb their guest as he was asleep. Boundless means limitless. Amazement means a wonder. Dejected means a sad. Both Ironmaster and his daughter had come to know that a Rattrap seller had stolen money from the old crafter because they realized that he was the same man whom they had over as a guest. So, The crofter was there at the church, and he might have explained the misfortune about him, and he might have shared the news of the peddler. And then Ironmaster and his daughter, they realized that he was the same man whom they had over as a guest at their home. The Ironmaster said that it was his daughter who insisted to give shelter to a thief and was wondering that how many silver spoons had been stolen by him. And they were visualizing, they were imagining that he might have ran away with okay wealth, with okay precious things, and with money and ornaments. And so they were just imagining, they were just guessing that he might have stolen those things and might have escaped, might have ran away from their house. The ironmaster, on reaching home, inquired about the peddler from the valet. He also told him that he was a thief. To his surprise, the valet told him that the peddler, instead of taking something, had left a small Christmas gift to Miss Wilmanson. So, assistant told that he had not taken anything, but instead he had kept, he had handed over a small Christmas gift to Miss Wilmanson. So it was a very surprising and wondering to the ironmaster. The ironmaster's daughter opened the gift. It was so roughly packed that she could easily guess what was inside the pack. Apart from the rat trap and three Connor notes, there was a letter. The peddler had thanked his host, who had taken care of him as if he was a real captain. In return, he gifted her a rat trap and also requested her to return the stolen money to the old man, Crofter. He said that it was she who let him free from the rat trap by raising his status from that of a mere peddler to that of a captain. At last, he undersigned as a captain on Stahley. Here ends the story. Thank you for watching this video. Thank a lot.